All right, so tomorrow is election day. Hopefully you voted early. I did not. I will be voting at my local polling station tomorrow. I could have voted early, could have voted by mail. I like showing up the day of. Just my thing. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the ads I've been seeing. Like, first of all, I just read that $881 million has been dumped into this midterm cycle. $881 million. You know how much it was in 2010? 20 million. And then Citizens United was overturned and the floodgates opened. The road to perdition opened. 881 million. Just a vile system. We need publicly funded elections. This private money, this dark money, it just promotes this toxic political norm we're living in. And it is shocking how disingenuous some of the ads are. And one thing I want to point out generally here about what I've been seeing in a lot of Republican ads for the midterms is this. There's been a lot of finger pointing by the GOP about extremism coming from the other side of the aisle. This is God tier level psychological projection. Like, this is the Mount Rushmore of psychological projection. And it's always happening. You get the projection every day. It's in the news cycle. It's literally every day. So it's nothing new. But this is the new height of psychological projection for the GOP. The GOP is trying to convince us that the other side of the aisle are the extremists. This coming from a party that had a sitting U.S. president inspire a riot against the United States government on January 6, 2021. We've all seen the footage. We all watched the speeches that day. You can't really gaslight America too much on that. We all saw it with our own eyes. We heard it with our own ears. Okay. Pretty extreme. Like, pretty extreme, pretty violent. It's undeniable that GOP violence happened that day. They also want to, they want us to believe that taking constitutionally protected rights away from 167 million Americans is not extreme, even though it's literally never happened in our nation's history for our citizens to have rights taken away from them. These are the people who are telling you and me, you're the extremist. And to someone like me who reasons honestly, it's so obvious to see it as psychological projection. Not everybody's like me. Not everybody's like you, who can see it for what it is on its face. And the absurdity, the genuine absurdity of it all. There are people who just magically forget, magically disassociate from the extreme reality the GOP is living in right now. This is beyond dangerous. We're going to new heights of dangerous with this type of mentality, folks. It can't go anywhere else. What are the Democrats extreme about? Pronouns? Giving people health care? Wanting a living wage? Where's the extremism? There isn't any. And before you point to BLM or Antifa or something that has nothing to do with the Supreme Court taking away human rights, or a sitting U.S. president leading a riot against this country, you can't top that. Get it? You can't top that at all. Once again, Mount Rushmore. We're at the top, folks. Peak psychological projection. There's nothing you could point to on the other side of the GOP that even comes close to what they're doing in the vein of extremism. It's not even possible. And you know, I don't fear for myself or you or anybody who reasons honestly, but there's so many people who don't, you see? There's so many people who are willing to go along with this stuff. And it's very dangerous. And it's really getting out of control. And I feel it. I really do. And tomorrow, if there isn't a repudiation of the GOP, I genuinely don't know what to think or feel anymore. Because the extremism is coming from the GOP, and if there's people still showing up to vote for them, that is their validation to keep that going. Who's to stop them? Who's going to stop them?